Alright, so in this we're going to concentrate again on maybe one or two small moves that you should actually just memorize. A lot of the times, again, like I said, just segments of moves start to appear in chains and become a little bit harder to classify, but this is actually going to be really easy to classify, this particular one. It's simply the major seventh resolution move. So, and we're going to use it repeatedly in various situations in extended sequences. So, as one of the tools that we can use. So, let's go ahead and get started. So we know that a major seventh chord resolves to a chord, a fourth up, or a fifth down. And if you go to the circle fifths, you could do this over and over again until you arrive at the point of C again. So we're just going to use that move as a small segment of part of our sequence. So we're going to get started doing this. I returned to the C root. So it was a little chain then a return, a wandering chain that returned. C, C major seventh, F. Here's a cool move that we used in the sequence, the A dominant seventh after the D minor, which would be the 5 chord of D minor, but we used that deceptive cadence you'd use in D minor, okay, which would go to the 6th chord. But let's start over. C, first inversion, major seventh, resolved, D minor, A dominant seventh, deceptive cadence, B's in our new root with the major seventh to E flat, C minor, G dominant, deceptive against the A flat, which is our new root. And then on the D flat, I kind of did like a Neapolitan 6 kind of move, but in like root position, just a tritone. So back to C major, a C major chord anyway. I believe I use a flat 6 at the end, but. So in addition to that major seventh move, we're using this continuous deceptive cadence. So remember, little moves, tiny moves like this can be used. This was actually a Wagner favorite. Let's do something else. Something really mellow, just come. Maybe one more time. Breakout. Just maybe the major seventh chain. Maybe just gonna stay on C Lydian now. Okay, just to do something different, a different feel. So just C major, A minor converted to it says A minor 6, I can't stand that. It was at F major 7th. And then just kind of pivoted off that B flat to E flat, C minor, A flat major 7th, D flat. Kind of pivoting off the D flat to G flat or F sharp, B major 7th, E. And then just kind of chained down in major sevenths. And then I ended up just staying in C Lydian. So you see how that major seventh chain is being worked into other things. So let's do something like this. You could do unusual stuff like that. And then it actually repeats. Okay, so we could do stuff like that. That's just E major seventh, A is the 5 chord of D minor, 6th chord B flat major seventh, E flat to A flat minor or G sharp, the sequence can restart. So it's a little different than what we've done before. Every time we resolve the major seventh, we treat it like a 5 chord. So let's do something like this. I'll break out of it. And then you could repeat. But we're not going to. So another sequence. A minor, E minor, C major 7th, resolving to the F like it normally does. Now we go A minor. That's our pivot point to D minor. Now we're in D minor. D minor, A minor, F major 7th, B flat, D minor, G minor. Now I'm just kind of working my way backwards to stay in D minor. 5 of D minor, 2, half diminished, and then fully diminished 7th of 5. So this way I could end it and then possibly start it again on a different degree. Okay. Okay. So hopefully I'm not doing this too fast. I'm hoping people see what's going on. Sometimes I call things out and make mistakes. So what we want to get out of this is taking segments of this major 7th resolution that goes around the circle of fifths and just using it partially and figure out how to use it in a chain instead of just chaining itself. So a chain within a chain, I guess. And then the other one was this deceptive cadence. We used that once. In fact, we should just come up with something else that uses it a couple times. So actually, I'll do that. Remember that you could use that minor deceptive cadence. So let me see. You could do something like. Something like that, and then break away from it. Okay, so just to make another sequence, so I just broke away from it. So it's not the greatest thing on the planet, but so we're kind of like F minor, D minor, 5 of D minor, deceptive cadence, B flat, G minor, E dominant 7th, or D dominant 7th, E flat, deceptive cadence. Then I went to A flat major and converted it to A flat minor or G sharp minor, whatever you want to say. So remember, you could use this little tiny move of this deceptive cadence within a sequence. It doesn't necessarily have to be in the minor key. You can just use that move. And like in the last video where we concentrated more on small little moves like the Phrygian 1 to 2. This is kind of the same line of thinking. Now we're concentrating on two moves here. Just the major 7th resolution as part of a bigger sequence, and then the deceptive cadence as if it's a raised third 5 and minor to the 6th chord. So little teeny tiny moves like that start to add up, and you start having so many options to create harmonic sequences. So pay really strong attention to smaller and smaller moves that you normally do and see how you can change it into a harmonic sequence. So, okay.